feeds the brain. Dun, 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 dun. Waffle stomp feeds the brain. Waffle stomp feeds the brain. Waffle stomp feeds the brain. Do you know what a waffle stomp is? That's when you're too lazy to get out of the shower when you have to take a shit. So you shit over the drain and then try to smash it through the grate. Hence the word waffle stomp. Get it? Because the crisscross grate's kind of like a waffle. It never works out, right? Because you got all that hair in the drain and all those shit friendly grabbing shapes in the drain and it doesn't go down and then you regret that you did it and you're like, why, dude? Why didn't I just get up and take a shit? You know what I mean? Right? Am I right or wrong? How many times have you shit in the shower? And then realize like this is not a good idea and never do it again. It's like pretty much unanimously one time, right? Across the board, unequivocally, everybody could agree. Yeah. Yeah, I did that one time and I was like, bro, never again. Like, just get the fuck out. And you know what I mean? Have you ever come behind somebody that got out of the shower to take a shit and got the toilet seat all wet? That's a creepy feeling. Or maybe like somebody washed it and didn't like, I don't know. There's no explanation for that, but somehow I can recollect sitting on a stone cold, straight up, all the way smooth, fucking wet ass, covered in fucking water. I hope. You would hope. Yeah. Covered in water, toilet seat, dude. Where you're like, what the fuck? That's like an automatic. What the fuck? Have you ever sat on a wet toilet seat? Like hella wet? You're like, what the fuck, dude? I've never done that in public because I won't sit on a toilet seat in public. You don't know whose motherfucking ass has been on there. That's just always been a rule, a lifelong rule. I just noticed. I never, unless you use an ass gasket, right? You might fuck. I might throw down, and I'm the guy that like, have I had to take an emergency shit in a public thing and put down like six of those fucking ass gaskets? Yeah, right? But that's what you're doing. You're putting down like six of those motherfuckers. You're not just sitting on it. So I know that this had to happen at home. But yeah, I can recall at home. It's probably because somebody cleaned the toilet seat, you know? But that's a creepy feeling. Just sitting on a wet toilet seat. Like, what the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck? I stand by my claim about having one of my very deep rooted childhood fears being that when I was sitting on the toilet, something was going to stab me in the ass or bite my fucking ass or grab it in some kind of way. I've never had any experience with anything biting, stabbing, or grabbing my ass in childhood to fucking warrant that. But for some reason, I always thought, I'm serious, man. Up until recently, I might even still be guilty of. No, I'm not. I'm well past this, but you know, for quite a while, I probably into my 20s for sure. I took a shit like this, like a careful fucking watch, bro. I'm 50 years old, dude. I just turned 50 a couple months ago. That's what hard work will get you, kids. I'm not gonna complain about fucking labor. In fact, I'm grateful for it. I like bro because I'm not paying to work out in a gym. I could get paid for it. So if you're experiencing physical exertion and you labors, beef, count it fucking blessed, dude. Right? Big time. I got hooked on sailing. Dude, this has been an epic summer so far, dude. The kids go back to school next week. That's it, dude. Yeah, they're on a more year-round schedule, but what is it? The end of July, August. You know what I mean? Like August, September, just next month, bro. Like it's over. You have to wind down. But I think it's gonna be hot and rainy intermittent sun and fucking chemtrail fucking cloud and probably some drizzle as we get into the winter. I'm looking forward to it. I've been getting a comforting feeling lately. It's been like I got fucking bit by the sailing bug, dude. Fucking got hooked. I needed it too, man. I needed something to welcome in lava chicken. Stay up, bro. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I got bit by the sailing bug. Dude, I fucking delivered a cat this morning, right? It was my last one too. And I made like great money on cats last week. And I have this one. And I'm looking at it and I noticed, dude, that it's like getting hard to photograph. You got to take the picture way far away because it's starting not to look like a kitten no more. And once that happens, man, they're unadoptable. Everybody wants fucking kittens, dude, young ones. And if they don't, then they want it for free. You know what I mean? And so I have never had to abandon a cat yet, dude. And am I doing it full time professionally? No. But did they pay my rent last month? Yeah. And have they been paying the rent in the fucking summertime in the season like the last couple of years? Yeah. Bro, I've had a pet carrier, an empty pet carrier, standing on the corner because I'll get 3 or 4 people to meet me, 3 or 4 cats on the same corner. And it happens quick, dude. And people come and boom, 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 and pa pa pa, and next thing you know, you're standing there with an empty pet carrier and $900 in your pocket. It's like, that's cool. That's cool. You could hit me a couple of those. Couple of those. That's from one. If I'm being honest, that's 2 cats worth. You know what I mean? Well, let's see what 6 can do. There's a lot of work. Anyway, I've also had fucking 6 cats and you couldn't give a kitten away for fucking free, dude, right? And I've never had to abandon one. So that's what happened this morning. I said, hey, no calls. I said, no fucking calls. And then one person called. Actually, they called me a few days ago. I reached back out and was like, hey, man, I don't know if you guys are still interested. I got one left. I don't even care. You could just fucking have it. And they're like, oh, really? We were looking for a companion. We have another kitten that's... I'm like, fuck, even better, dude. That's definitely meant to be. So I gave it to him. And then I had like a little apprehension on the way out. And they're like, fuck, I'm just like, that's why you can't get ahead, Joe. Because you're just, here you are giving it away. Like, it takes the fuck, you got to keep going, bro. You don't just make a little bit of money and then fucking, lean back. You got to like keep going and follow it through all the way to the end. And it's those little fucking extra pennies that count and get you to the top, get you over the edge. And I'm like, yeah, but what pennies, dude? There was no fucking calls, there was no custies. And then I'm going to get stuck with this cat. And I've never had to abandon a cat because I'll give them away. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, my karma is fucking tremendous. And it's like, is it though, dude? Is it though? And it's like, really? You're going to ask that after somebody just gave you a fucking Douglas fir sailboat with all the shit in it, 13-footer, okay? So it's like 3 or 4 feet under the length where you require a fucking licensing, okay? If it's not motor driven. And fucking, because it's not motor driven, like it requires a skill that I have to fucking practice and hone, and it has bit me like a fucking bug, dude, and I'm hooked. And that's all I want to do. And I did put off work that I should have been done. I have sunken money into, like, I had to repair a couple of things. Dude, just the fucking not working and not fucking soliciting work and not hustling, but like taking every second, dude, and like fucking finding seconds, making seconds that there where there aren't even any, and putting that boat in the water and fucking doing it, dude. Partially because I don't like when I don't know how to do something. And when I'm watching other people, especially children, fucking do it by themselves, then it fucks with me, dude. And I have to be able to do that. It's like surfing, skating, skiing, driving, right? Motocross, jet skis, water skis, wakeboarding, like you name it, right? The list goes on and on. Hacky sack, volleyball, frisbee, fucking, am I right? Oh, jiu-jitsu, karate, fucking, like, you name it, dude. Climbing, like rock climbing, tree climbing, like the fucking list goes on. You know what I mean, right? Graffiti, tattoo, fucking, it just fucking goes on and on. So, and sometimes shit is out, like, I hate to admit it, but like advanced fucking calculus, you know, or I was looking at some of the specifications in the shipbuilders because all the instructions came and stuff, and it's like, yeah, there's some stuff that's definitely out of my capability that I'll never fucking get. You know what I mean? Pretty much any type of math is one of those situations. So, you know, I'm just being funny, but it's kind of true, dude. And like some shit I have no interest in at all. So I'm definitely not gonna learn how to do that. But sailing is not one of those things. And it is fucking difficult. And you just start coming up with excuses, man. Like I started coming up with excuses of things that I need that I don't really need, but because the sailing is requiring hard work and fucking problem solving, and instead of doing that difficult task, I convinced myself that there's something I need that I could buy that's going to do that for me, like a motor, right? So I'm like, oh, I got to come up with a motor, and then like it's got to be for every 50 pounds you got to have 1 horsepower, or you ain't gonna fucking go anywhere, dude, against the fucking current and tide and shit. You're dealing with nature and the elements here. So fucking, I need like a $400 motor. I'm like, bro, what motor, bro? Like, I live here in San Diego is nothing but fucking Spaniards. All the names of all the places. I started looking at them like, whoa, wait a minute, dude. Before when the white dudes were making the fucking Declaration of Independence and all that shit on the East Coast, they didn't even know about the West Coast yet. And the Spaniards were already over here because they had gone up down the coast, South America, around and up the West Coast, and establishing all these names and fucking legal land grants still exist too. And they had no motor. Like, what motor, motherfucker? Like, what motor, bro? I was looking at this thing of Cabrillo was the motherfucker, the first dude to sail in the spot where I've been launching my boat, dude, and fucking learning how to sail. And I almost convinced myself that I needed a motor until I started thinking about Cabrillo, dude. And I was like, that dude had no motor, dude. And he was all up in this bitch. I'm like, not only all up in it, but that boat and that skill set allowed him to fucking colonize a whole area, dude. Fuck you in the ass and all your shit. Thank you very much. Like, that is a big deal, whether you agree with it or not. That's the accomplishment of a dude with a fucking boat. So, and with no motor. I'm just like, what motor, dude? And I'm like looking at this fucking Google. It takes me down this huge fucking Spaniard rabbit hole, right? Well, I'm fucking sailing the fucking internet down this rabbit hole, just like, whoa, dude, like fucking mind blown, dude. Like, whoa, dude. And yeah, and all of that genetic information is in here, but the fucking sailing vessel is like hooked up to my truck, and I've been dropping it in and out of the water. That thing is so fucking light, dude. It's like driving a fucking eggshell, dude. That's what sailing is like. It's like driving an eggshell against fucking nature and the forces of nature. But it's so weird because I've never grabbed the wind before. And like, you have to hold it. Like, you're down in the boat and that wind thing is attached to the boat, but you're fucking holding it. And you feel when it grabs, dude, and it pulls the fucking shit, man. You could hear and feel the water going past. and it's fucking, dude. It bit me hard, dude. So I was like having fucking fun doing that and learning how to fucking zigzag back and like that's it. Dude. Sailing is like about cutting fucking lines. You're just like making a line. It's kind of like pool. It's exactly like pool, dude. Right? But instead of like, think about it like this though. It's like pool, but you can only shoot from one side of the table only. You can't walk around the fucking table, if that makes any sense. But you could spin the table to fucking. It's weird. It's crazy, man. Like you could use the rudder to spin the whole boat to fucking, catch the wind. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can only go, the wind's only going in one direction. So you can only go in one direction. You can go in a diagonal in the direction. And you could even cut a diagonal in the opposite direction slightly. There's just like the fucking most fragile spot that you could grab it and you won't actually go anywhere. You'll just be like staying even and exactly in one spot unless everybody gets to one side and you get that boat as much out of the water as you can. Then it fucking starts moving. But like other than that, it's kind of like cut. You just have to like make a line like that way and then that way and like zigzagging. It's fucking fun, dude. It's bitching, dude. It's awesome. And it's a long way to go. It's a long road to the top if you want to rock and roll, like for real, dude. But that's how I know, dude, that it was meant for us because fucking we wanted to quit, dude. We even pulled it over, dude, and we were sitting on a fucking dock. And my son's like, and look at, check this out. So I got the receipt for, I'm telling myself, there's no, what if you're wrong about karma? You're fucking crazy. So now we're listening to the crazy guy? Like, what karma, bro? Fuck them all in the pussy hole and fucking, that's how you get ahead. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. And I was like, wait, no. You were just given a boat, bro, because of fucking karma. That it's like so fragile, it's so light. You can fucking lift it up. Two people on your fingertips. The sticker price on it, because the fucking receipts in there when you bought the motherfucker was $3,800. You paid almost 4 bands for it 10 years ago, a decade ago. Okay, because it's like a 2000 and fucking seven or something or some shit, 2009 or something. I don't know, 2005. But also, when we were unloading it one day, some guys like came over. He's like, "Fuck, dude, nice boat, bro. This thing is bitchy, dude." He's like, "What is that?" Fucking like, it's fur. He's like, "Oh, nice. That's what I was gonna say." He's like, "How's she sell?" I'm like, "Oh, it's only the second fucking time I've sold it and whatever." And we're like, and he's like, "Well, if you want to sell it, bro, I'll give you $750 for it right now." So anyway, so I know it's a fucking blessing, but I know what I got, dude. And this motherfucker is telling me, oh, I'm gonna read it right now. This motherfucking kid of mine is telling me, hey, fuck it, dad, let's just go in, call the guy, get the $750 for it. He's like, you get your fucking teeth fixed and fucking, and I'm like, aw. Like, oh, that's nice. Fuck that tooth and in the fucking goddamn pussy hole, motherfucker. We're selling this boat, bro. I felt it was like it was like a moment, bro. Like I felt like it was like an actual moment, like at the crossroads, because we were like having this like heartfelt conversation, and he like really wanted to quit, and I was even like, yeah, this is fuck, dude. I'm like not gonna fucking be able to do this, dude. And we were gonna quit, and then we decided like, nah, fuck that. Well, what happened was a school of fucking children came along. A school of children, dude. These two dudes came and they put these little small mini catamarans, Hobie cats. That's what they were. They were Hobie cats. They were like mini ones, dude. And fucking, I was like, oh, what are these guys gonna do? Like maybe they're rentals or something. Like that's what it looked like. And then a school bus pulled up, dude, and these kids got out, and they all got in the Hobie cats, and it was like a sailing school. And I fucking watched them. I was like, oh shit, okay. And I learned a lot, dude. For actually, that's what got me started. So fucking, that was after we've seen that. But up until that happened, we were having this conversation where he was like, fuck it, Dad, let's just go. It's not for us, dude. You could call that guy and get $750 for it right now and get your fucking teeth fixed. And I was like, aw, yeah, but that's not gonna happen because I can't go home fucking defeated, dude. I'll damn near say knock all the rest of these motherfucking teeth out at shit. For real, man. And then the motherfucking school bus pulled up and these motherfuckers started unloading the Hobie cats and we were like, the conversation just stopped for a minute. We were like, and we watched these kids sail around in circles and then come back and then figure eights. And then we're like, and then they fucking went out into the bay. And I was like, bro, where are you ready? And he was like, yeah, come on, let's go. And we fucking sailed out, dude. And I honestly felt like that was like a moment, like if you were like Sitting Bull, fucking dude, you don't want to go to the Battle of Little Bighorn. I'm gonna give you $750 for the horse. Just go home. Fucking, then nobody's gonna even fucking go there. You know what I mean? Or if somebody's like, dude, fucking Hernan Cortez, like, you don't want to fucking go over there. It's dangerous. You're probably not even gonna make it. Well, I'll give you $750 for your boat. Just fucking chill, dude. Retire in the villa. You know what I mean? Or they're like, you know what I mean? Like anybody, bro. Like fucking Pancho Villa. You're like, oh, you don't want to go there, bro. You're not gonna win. Like, I'll give you $750 for your fucking horse. You know what I mean? You're like, what? Like Mick Jagger, you don't know, like your first fucking guitar, like, you don't want it, or your PA system, like, you don't want that, bro. I'll give you $750 for it. Like, this never works out, dude. This is a total fucking, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, bro? That could have easily happened, dude. We were that fucking close, dude. And I was like, and the next thing you know, dude, we're fucking whipping around in circles. Bro, half the fucking circle, you don't have fucking wind. And the fucking current, and that motherfucker stops immediately. You think it's like gonna drift and go. The fucking water is moving one way, the wind's moving a different way, the fucking, trust me, it's not even, like, there's so many fucking forces, dude. It's like fucking just crazy, dude. And fucking, I was like, hey, bro, before that, dude, like that morning, you had a vessel. You know what I mean? Just like that morning before the Little Bighorn, you were not a chief. You were just a fucking dude that was like, I'm going out here where all these other people are going. Like, you came back a fucking war chief. You know what I mean? Like, George Washington, you weren't the president. You fucking, or even a general. You fucking went out and did that, and fucking, you could have been like, oh, it's too dangerous. I'm fucking, never mind. It's not for me, dude. Because how many motherfuckers were right there with George Washington that did say, it's not for me, dude? Like, nobody's going to be like, yeah, it's not for me. I'm not going to be the fucking man. Like, nobody says that, dude. Like, you really thought that that's, like, not going to happen. But yet, for that guy, he was at a fucking crossroad, dude. He's like, am I going to go or am I not going to go? Like, that dude got a fucking horse where there was no horse. You know what I mean? Just like Captain Han Solo was not a fucking captain, and then he got a vessel, and all of a sudden you were a captain. You could have been like not a fucking captain. Right? Like Hernan Cortez. There was like fucking 400 other motherfuckers on that vessel on your shit. But you're the fucking captain. Like, you're the dude. Could have been not the dude. You know what I mean? Nobody made that choice for you. You were like, oh, you fucking follow through on this. Dude, even people that the choice is made for them decide to just not do anything. Like you'd be born a fucking king and nobody knows who you are or anything about you because you didn't do anything and you just were like that. Go look at the fucking kings of England. There's like fucking 20 of them you don't even, never even fucking heard of. And it looks like nothing. And then there's other ones that are like synonymous with shit. And like, you know who they are. And even though you have nothing to do with that place in any way, shape, or form ever, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy that I turned 50 years old and I don't have to dye my hair and there's that much of it, dude. Just looking in the fucking camera, I'm like, fuck, dude, where'd all the fucking hair come from? Where the fuck were you the other day when I was making my snake video? Fuck. Dude, I should have kept that fucking snake, huh? It fucking liked me, dude. It could have been my fucking friend. I could have had it all the time. But then again, I'm like, yeah, would it though, dude? Would it like it, bro, or not? Because I think it probably likes sitting in the sun and, you know, it's not, the cats are gonna fuck with it or something. It's gonna bite somebody. It's just weird, dude. It's that boat, man. It's that fucking boat. I'm telling you, I would never touch a fucking rattlesnake. I fucking had that opportunity every fucking day for months on end out of the year. And I just can't do it, dude. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck came over me, dude. I thought I went into the bushes and worked myself up to it, but then I was looking. I have another video when I turned the camera on when I first found it, dude, in a brush pile that I fucking pulled, dude. I stacked up. I grabbed this brush, made a pile, and then carried the pile out to the truck. And then when I was putting, and I dropped it on the ground behind my truck, and then while I was pulling, bear hugging pieces into the pile to throw into my truck, that fucking snake fucking wiggled out of it. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? At first I said, fuck that corn snake, dude. They're always little mean bastards. I don't have time right now. I don't give a fuck about it. And then I was like, I saw the rattle go by and I was like, oh shit. It's not a corn snake. Dude, I can't find my glasses, man. I'm trying to read these comments. Okay, Kiwi Master, dude. Right on, dude. Misbehaving. I see you. Oh, dude. Okay, right on. Thanks for the subscribe, you guys. Dude, I will subscribe you back. Philip Griffin, I hope you're still in here, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Stony, what's up? Good to see you, man. You've been making some good talks lately, man. Your shit is like a living photograph of really bitchin' northwestern woods, dude. That's fucking nice content, man. For real, dude. I like fucking. I've always been a sucker for like a babbling brook, pine trees, fucking. I think you made a waterfall video. Pretty good, dude. Kayaking one. Fuck, dude. That's the other thing. I got my kayak to put on that boat too. I just went, dude. The boat. I hooked the boat up to my truck, and I fucking have it over there where my truck is at. I just fucking came back from there, and it's all Gucci, dude. That thing is so beautiful, man. It's such a blessing, dude. So I was delivering a cat, and here's a bit of information, you guys. I love the California Border Patrol. It's a top-notch organization. I have nothing bad to say about them. I'm telling you the truth. Even when they bust you, dude, they do not prosecute for most crimes, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Even like, particularly like dope, because they have immaculate records of everything. And if it's your first fucking time, bro, they're a fucking they're a good organization, dude. Okay, for real. You get a lot of times, bro, before they fucking put cases on your ass. That's fucking facts. And I'm talking about like, and if it's people, shit, man, you could almost, I mean, bro, you gotta really get caught a lot of times for them to fucking prosecute on that. They're a good, weed, forget about it. I mean, like before, when it was fully illegal, and I think even when it was, the harshest punishment was like a pound per day, man. So they're just like they're fair, dude. Okay? I'm nothing but good thing. And then usually it's a fucking high level of respect. Sometimes, like, yeah, there's some fucking clowns, but that's anyway, right? And I noticed they don't last long, like a lot of the good guys. But I noticed today, because I don't ever cross on Sundays, ever. And I noticed today that that is where the most inexperienced, that is a day when the most inexperienced people and or the worst or being punished, worst attitude motherfuckers. Because think about it, who wants to work on a Sunday? If you have seniority and you're the fucking guy, you deserve your Sunday off. You're gonna get it off. That's where you make the poor fucking schleps work. Either the rookies, people come in and have to pay their dues. And it is the worst day because Monday through Friday, the rush hour traffic, it's pretty much the same people, dude. It's a fucking rush hour traffic. Sunday, it's all fucking tourists, strangers, you know what I mean? They're fucking not in the system, or, you know what I mean? First timers, or I think the system fucking updates. It like goes back to zero after so many times. So if you're not like crossing every fucking day, dude, you're not gonna be in there. You're not gonna pop up, dude. Even though they have a huge fucking database, their server is the size of a fucking parking lot because it is over the parking lot. I saw when they put it in when they were building that new fucking system. Put it this way: the secondary inspection area, which is about a quarter of an acre, the whole fucking top is computer servers and like solar panels, of course, but that panels are like around the rim. The center is a fucking, it's like half computer towers, half air conditioners to keep them cool. Servers, I mean, the database is huge, but Sunday it's all people not in the database, so you have to like really look and like see what the fuck, and you know what I mean? It's all like RVs and pickup trucks that are fucking loaded down with all kinds of shit, and it's like fucked. And their attitude is fucked and they don't get it, dude. And they like look at somebody like me and I'm like, they don't get it yet because they're new. The experienced people realize like it's not about fucking looks. Like the people that are the dirtiest, that are the up to the most, they get like the cleanest cut looking motherfuckers, or they're trying to give the cleanest cut appearance because they're has the most to hide. People that are all on fucking blast like this, like dude with their heart on their sleeve, they're not like usually, and you up to no good. Oh, I hear somebody screaming bloody murder out there. Whoa, gnarly. That's gnarly fighting. Watch, we'll listen in on a minute. Let's see. See, the dogs are barking out. Okay. This is the most inexperienced crowd. It's like they're all military or like straight edge, come from like a good family or something. So you've never seen people that fucking look like me. And then now you got a like me with live animals, like, you know what I mean? Sunday morning, got a little bit of a record. This motherfucker went deep too. I was like, damn, bro, going all the way back, huh? Like, you ain't gonna like what you find, motherfucker. Like, if you already know, you know. What the fuck are you looking for? Right? And then he starts lying. Right? Then he starts with the lies. Well, you're not allowed to bring cats under 6 months. I'm like, really? Oh, okay, because it says right here on Google, California Border Patrol website, see here, bro. Like, see here, bro. Just like shoving the fucking phone in his face. See, according to y'all's website, it says any live animal, dog or cat, may be requested by CDC to carry a rabies vaccine or proof of vaccination within the last 6 months. He's trying to tell me you can't bring a cat or dog unless it's at least 6 months old. Where it turns out, Maury, according to the California Border Patrol website, that is also a lie, right? So then, now he really didn't like that. So he had to try to tell me another fact or some kind of fact. I don't know. And now I just like, I'm not like, bro, what are you gonna fucking tell me? I'm taking advantage of a loophole in the system because loopholes in the system have caused everything to outprice me and, you know, get away from me. So I'm really just trying to survive. I'm not, what am I doing down here besides fucking keeping a roof over my head? And what am I doing with fucking live animals besides making a couple of dollars? I mean, how much the fuck do you think a goddamn live animal could be worth, right? Well, see, in their mind, nobody would ever fuck around like that. So you have to have something on you, even though you have no criminal fucking history whatsoever to speak of, right? Dude, I've never even been to prison, believe it or not. I've never been to prison, dude. I know you find it hard to believe, but no. I had a cop say, well, I think you're just a career criminal that hasn't gotten caught yet. Okay, okay. I mean, if by career criminal you mean somebody that plays by their own moods, right? Then yeah, right? Like I operate my own business, but I'm not licensed to do business. So I'm not going to stop doing business. Like I'm not going to fucking live on the street and like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, and I'll tell you one thing I learned, and I don't mean to say anything, I don't say anything bad, that I just tell the truth, dude. But my life, I didn't start investing in myself. Well, I didn't have anybody to invest in me. I'm pretty sure that's obvious just on first appearance, right? Dealing with me in any capacity whatsoever. So I didn't experience being invested in, dude, until I left California 6 years ago. Moved here to fucking Mexico, dude. Where I'm like able to actually invest in myself. And what I mean by that is like I can buy shirts and shoes and pants and fucking furniture and fucking art supplies. You know what I mean? I can register boats. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if God couldn't be a blessing because I was in no position to receive it, dude. You have to fucking register the vehicle or they will impound it immediately, dude. San Diego don't play at all, dude. I fucking found out on day one at the police dock launching that boat, dude. You got to be registered and you got to be unmotorized, powered by the wind or only under 18 feet, or else you have to have a captain's license or at least this fucking vessel card, an endorsement card, safe vessel operator. So, fucking, bro, that shit, yeah, doing any like type of shit like that, like booger sugar, you're not gonna have registration money. You're not gonna have a truck to even tow the fucking boat with. Like I'm in a position to receive that blessing, right? So that's why God gave me the boat, dude, because I have a truck to fucking launch the motherfucker. Truck that was also given to me for, you know what I mean, hands free, because I don't know, dude. Like karma's real, man. Karma's real. And then look, check this out. So anyway, all karma. This is how real karma is. So I got dumped off with a kid too, right? Lost the mother, and I got fucking taking care of this kid by myself, right? They talking about like fucking, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be a service to anybody if you're fucking tied down with that type shit. And like, no, bro, I can't see in my heart like you fucking made your bed, you lie in it. And it's like you, if you can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't dance the hoochie coochie because you got to take care of this kid, and that's what the fuck it is. And so it just became that, dude, and it was an easy. Turns out, it's actually probably easier than drinking, smoking, and dancing the hoochie coochie, right? Because all that shit's fucking exhausting and life draining. So I just fit into it real good, and guess what? The motherfucker now I fucking need him, dude. I need him in that boat. in that fucking boat, dude. He fucking works the fucking rudder and like a fucking champ, dude. Like we had a couple of fucking like situations, and then we had an equipment failure, and he fucking like I figured out that like if there's any equipment failure, you throw it into a fucking a spin. Just a nice little controlled circle. You just keep going. That way we don't go anywhere. We're able to fix the problem without, because if you go somewhere, man, you run the risk of like running into another vessel, running ashore. Like there's a lot that could go wrong. You want to stay in the middle of the fuck water away from everything else and just fucking like nice little tight circle, dude, until we figure out the problem. We had the boom arm came loose from a fucking a coupler broke and the anyway, it was no big deal. It was like the guy had a knot holding it up. It was a proper ass fucking setup. Okay, butterfly knot actually, and which I know how to tie. Like, oh, thank God. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I was positioned, dude, for this blessing, like perfectly. Just being an arborist and having all the fucking, as a professional timber feller, dude, for so many years, like 30 fucking years. Like I know a lot of knots, and so I thought I didn't know why he had this fucking knot on here, and it was twisted up, and I undid it, and well, it turns out that that fucking coupling that holds the boom arm to the mast is shit, and under extreme pressure, it pushes itself open, so and allows the boom arm to slide out of place. The wind will push it out of place. It's just fucked. It's horrible. You lose all power. It's the worst, dude. You need power. You're like going past a vessel. You need power. And we lost power and we would have been going towards this vessel. And Alex knew just keep it in a fucking tight circle, dude. He was on that rudder in a tight circle while I repaired the motherfucker. And then another time, he also knows this and he's there to help me. And I couldn't have done it without him, dude. And I'm like reaping the reward, the karma of raising a kid and all my energy into a little fucking dude because now he's like my first mate, man. That I would have fucking crashed and destroyed the boat without him to take the fucking rudder, man, while I fucking repaired that goddamn boom arm. And then and when it fucking broke and I lowered it down to stop power because we were gonna go into something, hit some, it fucking lowered into the water. It was out extended over the water. And he saw that, dude, and was able to fucking snatch that up while he was staring. I was like, what a champ, dude. I fucking saw him. I was like, good one, dude. He's like, yeah, we need that. Yep. Yep. So I'm like, hey, man, this is like, and then like, so you have the little dude, you have the crew, you have the whole situation. It's like Han Solo and Chewbacca, dude, sitting on the fucking hangar bay going like, I don't know, dude. It's I can't get it down. The Falcon's hard to drive. Let's just fucking stop, dude. Let's just quit. You know what I mean? Like let's just fucking stop. And that motherfucker said he'll give us 750 Imperial credits to goddamn for the Falcon, bro. And then and fuck Lando, dude. That black bitch. You know what I mean? And we're like, yes, he is. Dude, you got all you guys, man. It's good to see you. All you guys, man. Like fucking, thanks for. Yeah, dude. I felt like we had that fucking moment, man. I was like, what if fucking Han Solo said that, bro? Han Solo and Chewbacca were like, fuck it. It's not for us, dude. Capturing a vessel. You know what I mean? Or whoever the fuck else. What was the other one I said? What if fucking Dr. Frankenstein would have been like, yeah, I'm not, nah, it's fucking too far fetched. It's not for me, dude. No, 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 no. We'll just get a bunch of corpses. We'll sew them together, and then we'll, boom, we'll hit it with some electricity. It'll come alive, right? Because that's what electricity does, right? And you're like, I don't know. It's probably not going to work, dude. We got to get all those fucking chains and all that shit and the fucking goddamn flux capacitor with the fucking electricity going. You know what I mean? That's like that's hella shit, bro. And Igor's like fucking eagerly like, I'm into it. I already got the shit, dude. I already got it. What's up? Let's go. You're like, I don't know. It's not for me, dude. Let's just fucking get $750 and fix my teeth because I'm young and fucking just jocking pussy like nobody's business and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and I want to like have 500 kids before I turn 55 or 60, which is like in another 10 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, because I want to do all that work, right? Like all that work to fucking and financial responsibility of having 10 kids. I'm down for that at 50 fucking years old, dude. I'm not just gonna take my brown hair as a blessing. I gotta turn that shit fucking white, dude. Like, what? I'd rather just be happy keeping the long brown hair, not becoming a pussy jockey and fucking maybe a Jesus type figure, you know what I'm saying? Or like a fucking pirate, sailor, fucking captain type figure. And just, did I tell you guys? I made the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs this morning to deliver that kitten. Isn't that awesome? That's like I told my son when I got back. Just because you can make the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs doesn't mean you have to make the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Sometimes, it wouldn't hurt you to, it'd probably be more fuel efficient and less cost to run it in 15 or 20 parsecs. You know what I mean? With your feet up on the thing, the seat back, right? Look at this little hungry dude, man. Oh, so adorable. I gotta feed him. Look, he's coming for food because it's hungry. And, oh shit. Whoa. Gnarly, dude. Almost knocked some shit or would have squashed him. I got some. I got this baby. Oh, what? Oh, man. Oh, dude, I was giving him the lactose-free milk because I noticed it doesn't fuck with their stomach. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I can't give them milk, man. Then they shit. It's even worse, dude. And then they get dehydrated and fucked up. But check this out, man. I have these babies, right? I have another batch, but they're too young. They're not ready for sale yet. But they're all white and they have the two different color eyes. Like one that's like extremely valuable. And everything was going good. And this mother usually has problems. Cause you know what, dude? I'm kind of like ready to stop with the kale manis. That's that type of cat, all white with two different color eyes. Because I became like fixated on them and fascinated, like, and they are very fucking valuable. But they're hard to get because you have to have the parents have to be very specific. X and Y chromosome both have to have that fucking gene. And it is difficult, dude. And then you do run. You can only operate for so long, man. Like before you have to bring outside fucking genes in, which is kind of like where I'm at now, and that's just starting to happen again. Well, doing that fucking takes time, and there's like an in between phase when you're not getting them anyway. They have a lot of fucking health problems, dude, because of that fucking. There's a lot of inbreeding, and their genes are more fucked up than regular because it's a very specific fucking genotype to produce two different color eyes, and like that's what the fuck's going on. So it leads to other problems that just to develop this breed that already happened in the past for who knows how long, hundreds of years, they have problems just from that now, like already what you're starting with. And then whatever fucking dysfunction and fucked up shit you got going, right? Which is going to be a lot, dude, especially if you're just starting out. it's fucked, dude. And then you don't need that in your life, dude. It's already fucking hard enough. You just get something like Siamese, which is what I used to do, what you should be doing, or Himalayan, with the fucking flat face, because they're worth a lot of money and they're just regular fucking cats with good, like they've been around a long time. There's no like fucked up genes. They don't have any fucking shit. And I've heard that, dude, like about Dalmatians, like it, dude. Like every fucking pedigree animal has like its own specific problem that goes along with it, and that's from fucking genes, dude. Necessary in developing that fucking uh, subspecies. But anyway, so these have a lot, right? And the fucking mother, like she's got a fucking double case of it. And I shouldn't have even kept her or try to breed her, but because of the fucking need, right, the difficulty, and then ego too, because I'm like, bro, why do you even fucking care? Like, what? Who fucking cares? Nobody cares, bro. You know what I mean? But you gotta be the one that makes this really difficult breed of fucking cat to fuck, like, stop, dude. It's fucking unnecessary ego that's driving my goddamn dick into the dirt for no fucking reason. Just go back to something fucking easy and good and fucking solid, like a solid money maker, dude, which is Siamese. And that would be good for me with these white cats because Siamese pair good. The white cat is a nice neutral fucking host. You'll get the white Siamese, you'll get chocolate Siamese, you'll probably get KO Manny Siamese with the two different fucking color eyes. Uh, what else? There's like a few different. Oh yeah, yeah. The long body ones, the Asian. That's synonymous with the white cats, and that was one of the white cats. What I used to fucking make these. So there is like that long, skinny uh, body type, dude. The Asian cat. Anyway, there's like a lot of shit, dude. But so this fucking health situation, right? The mother. Well, she made a fucking batch of fucking beauties, right? We're all with the eye, too. I'm like, fuck. But she has a compromised immune system, which could have something to do with a white blood cell deficiency, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that's what she got going on. So apparently, the babies have that in their genes. Not apparently, that's facts, right? But they were so healthy and doing so good up until a week ago. This like cold snap came through where everything was quiet. Went from like super fucking hot, blaring sun to like overcast and cold, like ice crystals, dude, like that were stinging your face when you're riding on the motorcycle, like real ice crystals, dude. And it was cold. And it came down layered for a while, dude. And that night fucking came through and it just fucking got them all infected with a respiratory. I saw it. It just happened right overnight, that exact fucking night when that shit came through. They just all got this respiratory shit. Three of them are okay. They got the light sniffles. Cool. Powered through it. Two of them got the sniffles real bad where it clogged their nose so that they couldn't fucking feed and breathe at the same time. So they end up fasting or starving themselves in order to breathe. You have to make a choice. You want to eat or do you want to breathe? They're like, fuck, if I could live without eating for a certain amount of time, I can't live without breathing for any amount of time. So you know what I mean? And then they lose their weight and their bodies, trying to develop and they're not meeting their nutritional requirements. Like, so you see it, dude. You see it in the body, the arrested development, and like there's a look, dude. And I know what it is. So, fuck, I'm gonna lose one. This has happened before, dude. You'll lose one. If you try to feed them milk, then they end up like shitting themselves to death, pretty much, dude. It's like a fucking catch-22. You can't absorb nutrients if you have fucking constant diarrhea. But guess what? It's my son accidentally brought home delactosed milk. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's it. I was like, dude, you might have just saved this fucking baby's life. So I started feeding it, dude. At first it was a drop, then it was a swaller, right? Then he'll take a couple of swallers, right? And I'm telling you, like, the first swaller, he threw it up. Or he'll just fucking expel it, dude. And you're just like, fuck. But then he took a swaller. And then I think he liked the way it made him feel. And I noticed like a pep in his step. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to open up that tummy and everything. It's going to take time. It's probably severely dehydrated. You know, when you hit severe dehydration, you can't just start chugging water, dude. You have to like wet your whistle and then maybe have a half a swaller and then a fucking swaller. You know what I mean? Just like when you get on these, dude. Just like when you get on these nuts. It's very similar. Maybe a smaller swaller. You know? So he started out with that. And then now, boom, he's already waiting here. Can I get something? I'm full resistance to, can I get something? So he looks like he's over here on mom's titty. I'm going to give him one. So he knows what to do, maybe. Where's he at? Oh, is he? Yeah, it is you. Yeah, I get this other one that has this fucking eye infection. Alright, little guy. I can't find my eyedropper, dude. Here, little dude. Oh my god. Such a pain in the ass. It's probably gonna save his life though. I don't know why he's still resisting it though. He just spit half of that out. Maybe he didn't know what was coming. You know when I put the spoon in your mouth. I lost my eyedropper, dude. You know why? Because I tried to do dabs with it, dude. Because my fucking dab rig I couldn't find the fucking glass piece. I'm like, oh, well, this glass eyedropper is just the same thing. Like, duh. Not, dude, I didn't even get a fucking dab. As soon as I was hitting that shit with the torch, the motherfucking glass was just melting, dude. I was like, I thought I was fucking hallucinating. It was just like melting like a fucking candle wax. I was like, it was like so cheap glass. It wasn't like melting into a puddle. It was like goddamn evaporating or something, man. I was like, what? Or it was so thin and stretched, so thin and shitty. I'm like, what? And then like when I was like, oh, I better stop. And then before I inhale fucking volcanic glass, dude, because that's good for you, right? And then I fucking stopped, and then it just went and fucking shattered out, and I was like, oh god. So I got to use this fucking spoon. Okay, now we're gonna give you a good one. Now that you know what's coming, this little guy's gonna survive, dude. Unbelievable. You want to see them? In a way, it's kind of cool because they get like shrunken and miniature, dude. You know, it gave me like a revelation, dude. That's how teacup chihuahuas were probably invented. It was a fucking arrested development from fucking respiratory infection or some type of deficiency. They're fucking starved. It changes them fucking genetically, and then you just isolate those properties. Both parents are that. Boom, you're in the game. They take those babies and the two parents of those babies, maybe. And that's why they're mentally fucked up, and they're I don't know. I can't say their health is fucked up, right? I don't know though. I never bred chihuahuas. I know that I had one during the fucking craze, and I was like, fuck this breed, dude. That fucking stupid thing. That's how my son got that scar. He didn't have a cleft lip. The goddamn dog bit his motherfucking ass right there. That stupid fucking dog. They're just a fucked breed. You know what I mean? Hyperactive. Dangerous, dude. I guess dangerous if you're a fucking kid. He was too. He was like fucking maybe 3 years old. come here, little baby. What are you doing? I don't know, dude. He's getting it. Takes a little more each time. I think he's just thrown off by the delivery method. Oh, come here, little dude. He's definitely got some vigor, and he didn't have that, dude. Lactose. Hey, have you guys seen these? Check this out. This fucking goddamn milk in a box, it doesn't have to be refrigerated until you open it. But if you don't, see how they're like skinny? You could like, they store really good, and you could keep them in a hot car. It's not going to go bad. And they're skinny, right? So you could have like a month's worth of fucking milk that doesn't start fucking reacting until you open it. It's sealed with an inert gas and a fucking lid, and it's like a foil-lined, waxed cardboard, dude. Yeah, pretty fucking good, huh? So, like, if you're going camping, boom, you just bring these. Dude, if you have one a day, you could just have one of these a day. And fucking, you could easily have a crate of milk, like you're straight up dairy. Like you just open up a fucking dairy, dude, in the middle of the fucking woods and shit. Crazy, right? It's like all those people that are in the woods with their fucking granola, you're like, hey, check this out, you granola eating motherfucker. I got fucking fresh milk. You want some? Bam. You're fucking getting your milk and granola on. But not on no Brokeback Mountain shit. We don't play that, dude. Just had to throw that out there because you're not fucking doing yourself any fucking favors in land of fruits and nuts if you don't at least throw that out there. You know, I just don't want to fucking lead any of you momos on and fucking disappoint you. Come on, little baby. You have to do it. Oh my God. I don't know. Get on that titty. God. And then this one has the eye infection, but I've got like a really good fucking antiseptic or whatever you call it, like Neosporin. Whatever Neosporin is, it's some generic Neosporin. But it fucking works good, dude. And I put some on that little guy's eye. Although supposedly there's nothing you could do for the eye except wash it out because the fucking the bacteria, the shit, the infection is producing its own, it's replicating, dude. And so that's how it's fucking spreading. So if you keep washing it, then it fucking goes away. And that's like super true. And it usually goes away fast as fuck. In fact, for the other ones that had the eye infection, it worked. But I got one that, because of the fucking compromised immune system, he's really struggling. And dude, if you can't get that eye back open, you have to like continually pry it open and wash it out. And then sometimes it'll get so infected that the material underneath the eye socket is swollen. And so even if you crack it open, you can't see the fucking eyeball because the surrounding pink tissue is so fucking swollen. But you gotta keep cracking it open and keep fucking washing it out. And I have seen in the past, I've never had it happen, but I have seen the fucking eyeball can't be kept up with or doesn't get kept up with, and the infection will actually, the body will eat the fucking eyeball, and the cat will just have one eye. And it has to do that, or else the whole organism will die. So, and I don't want that to fucking happen. So I've been cracking his eye open, cleaning it out, and I'm happy to say for the first time in a day or two, I could actually see his eyeball again. I'm glad because I didn't want him to lose that eye. But just in the very corner, you could start to see a little bit of fucking, white. Well, iris is probably dilated to the max since it's in fucking complete darkness. But that fucking Neosporin shit helped, right? So I fucking pried it open, put another little bit on there. You just don't want to drown it. It's like a tattoo, it needs to breathe. But he's actually opening his eye for the first time, dude, which is fucking awesome. I'm looking at him right now. Oh, real good. Yeah, dude. I'll just let that breathe a little bit and I'll put some more of that shit on later. And I think we'll be all right. But damn that little fucking cold snap, man. Fuck, dude. See, I don't feel good about selling them, dude, and I see why people say you shouldn't be breeding her and fucking you need to shut that one down. Because you're not doing yourself or your name any fucking favors, right? To a breed that's already got fucking problems, because it's a very specific designer fucking. That's what happens. Designer fucking breed. Just stick to the fucking Reggies, dude. She usually doesn't get pregnant, dude. Nature fucking takes its course. I find I don't have to do anything. Nature takes its course. Oh, dude, you want to know something fucked up? So they don't have, like down here, like there's a lot of fucking Mexican medications that are really good and very cheap, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that the clinical trial period is small to almost non-existent. So you get like a lot of shit. Like yeah, actually, it exists. It's you. You're the fucking clinical trial, dude. When that shit hits the fucking market, and so there was like a really good pill. I would take it would say give one pill per cat. I would take that pill and cut it up into five, sometimes eight fucking portions and dose 5 to 8 fucking cats, and it would wipe out all the fleas and keep them flea free for 2 months, 3 months. If I give them a little more, it lasts more. But I understand they're trying to sell more of the product, so they fucking prescribe in the directions, a higher dose, so you take more, use more, buy more. I get it. But I figured it out. And then it went off the market, right? It switched to something else. And I'm like, fuck, what's up with that? What was it doing, dude? What was it doing? Well, I've had tooth problems on the fucking cats. I thought it was like me. I thought it was like me. You're having like a dry mouth, it's this and that. Well, it is like me, I guess. Yeah, you got fucking medications are down eating your teeth. That's probably what it was. I thought because I was reading on the internet and shit, I was like researching it, and I was like, if you don't brush your cat, and oh yeah, I heard this about KO Manny specifically, that their hair is really light and feathery and it's fucked, and if you don't brush them, dude, they end up licking too much of it and getting their throat clogged up and to vomit those hairballs and clear their fucking air ducts, their throat, they induce vomiting on themselves by eating grass or whatever the fuck. And that's true, dude. Like my cats will go and eat sweetgrass, and I'll hear them in the morning sometimes going bleh, bleh, bleh. And like I'll find little yellow bile discharges with a fucking little green fucking chewed up nest of grass in the middle of it, and I'll be like, fuck, dude. Oh, and a hairball, right? Sometimes like a gnarly hairball, and I'll be like, damn. But not a lot, not every time. The hairball actually is rare, dude. But I thought that's what it was. Maybe those were just like blank runs, dude, where they barfed, but it didn't get the hairball out. I don't know. Now I'm thinking it was none of those. Okay, they say that bile, dude, that stomach acid from the constant throwing up rots their fucking teeth out, right? Which is kind of true, but they're not doing that enough. It was the medication, the flea medication. I think they were finding that it was fucking probably making their mouths dry, and which leads to fucking tooth decay and stuff. Especially if you're like heaving. I don't know, dude. Or if it's a calcium deficiency or something like. But I think that's what was going on. Why am I telling you about that? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Maybe somebody out there needed to hear it. I don't know. If you're going through fucking tooth cat problems, you're in the right fucking space. Now you know. You're like, but Eljo, we don't give them Mexican anti-flea pills. No, but you are listening to a crazy person on the fucking internet. And I appreciate you for it, dude. I appreciate it for you. Hey, what's catchy to other cats? Hold on, I'm looking at you. I'm reading your comment right now. Oh, antibiotics? Yeah. I know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. Well, the good thing is, dead moon, I can fucking see the eyeball again now, and I couldn't for a while. It was just so swollen. Now I'm like, I could crack it open, not a lot, but just that little corner, just like that. So at least I know it's still there. And I put a little more, but I want it to be dry. But you're right, little antibiotics would help. I gotta go get some though. I don't have any, dude, and I'm low on money, and that's like that because it cost me at least fucking the small 40, dude, for a tray or two trays of antibiotics. I usually have them, I know. I've been giving them to the fucking cats for the fucking goddamn tooth shit. There's a couple. That was real, man. But and I was like, that begs the question: what would you rather have? If you had a flea medication that totally eradicated all the fleas, parasites, everything off of you, including internally, but it did long term fucking, like, it was gonna cost you your front bottom teeth. You're like, I'd rather have my teeth. You know what I'm saying? You might say get rid of the fleas until it's time to eat, and you'd be like, well, I could still eat with fleas. I can't eat with no teeth. You know, Luckily they changed the fucking formula and the shit, and it's a different brand, right? It still works. I give them way less than the fucking prescribed amount, and it lasts way longer than the fucking directions claim. But my cats don't have too much access uh, to other cats. Like they kind of stay in my yard. They stay to their own. They interact a little bit, but I'm pretty sure like everybody takes care of their animal. I don't know. There's a couple of male cats that died recently, and like I could see the fleas just pouring off of them, dude, like leading the fucking host type shit. And I was like, fuck. So I know they're out there, but they seem to be pretty like flea free for a long time. So that's good. I haven't had to medicate them that much, dude, which is good. Cause that shit doesn't like it costs you, dude. Like any kind of I've learned this, dude. Every type of drug, it'll have a benefit, but then there'll be like also a fucking consequence too, like in some kind of way. Like it's usually the opposite of whatever the effect is. Like if you have something that gives you an appetite, then like the opposite or the side effects, like a long term consequences of not having it is like a loss of appetite. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me. You know what I mean? Like if something makes you shit, the long term effects, the consequences of the after effects, the side effects are going to be, when you don't have it, you can't fucking shit. Like, it just seems like there's a push pull. I haven't seen anything on the market at all ever, legal or illegal, in 50 years that had a function and you took it and it does that function and there's no consequences, no side effects, it doesn't do anything else other than what the fucking function that you're trying to do, use it for. I've never seen it. There's always a fucking, just like in the law of physics, right? Every action has an equal and or opposite reaction. It's just the way it is, dude. Basic law of physics. So, I just try to keep it a low dose and they stay pretty flea free. But they're fucking hungry. What's up, Paris? What's up? I hope you're fucking subscribed. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hoop and holler like that. You better be fucking subscribed. I will go through, I promise you guys, I go through my subscription follower list and I fucking follow everybody back. Unless you have a channel with no content, but then I still follow like people just to, you know, be in touch. I appreciate the, interaction. But like make a video, people, at least one or two. That way, you know what I mean? Like just film your fucking cat. Just do one of these moves. Hey, baby. Or I could give you a fucking tour of my Labubu factory. Is anybody into Labubus? Look, this one has an exceptional grill. I have a lot of Labubus on my fucking channel. I need to work this grill. That's what I was gonna do today. That is like so fucking sorry. That's a real fucking soy milk. Have a seat. Labubs, dude. And yet he's got the crappiest grill. Like I have some of the foo-foos that have like fucking tight, way better grills, bro. Hold on, let me. Oh, I gotta like fucking zoom in on it. I get far away and then try to zoom in. Well, I can't. It's like really good. He has like really good little things. The secret is this, you guys. Here's a secret. Can't see without my glasses, dude. I can't find my fucking. Oh, there they are. This is a secret. You go to the nail section in Walmart. It's where the fucking makeup and shit's at for you dudes. Cause I didn't know. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna start doing fucking acrylic nails, dude. Cause just for the art portion of it, I seen this dude. He was like made like a fucking octopus and like flowers and shit. And I was like, I want to do that. That's cool. You get the acrylic shit, the acrylic clay. It's not even that expensive. You can make whatever you want. And then you use the UV light to bam, make it hard. What? And you like fucking get to fucking twizzle out, dude, making like flowers and like fucking. I want to make the octopus tentacles, dude. The perfect purple octopus tentacles. Like, you know what I mean? That shit looked fucking sick, dude. They had like some clear with like a little bit of blue accent, but it was kind of like mostly white and clear, wavy, and then like a bright fucking octopus, purple octopus tentacles on the nail with suction cups, dude, with like orange or yellow or pink suction cups. It looked fucking so dope, dude. And then he had like seashells, you use the little thing to smush down a conch shape, and then he used the tool to put the little lines in it, dude. It looked like a conch shell, and he just hit that motherfucker with the UV light. It got hard, and then he painted it the fucking conch colors. Like, what? Dude, they have these little things, dude, look like fucking sand. It was like sick, dude. It looked like fucking sand with beach foam water washing up, dude, and these long ass fucking acrylic nails and like fucking straight up octopus tentacles on it. I was like, dang, dude. And then the motherfucker made like flowers, started making the petals of flowers. He'd make each one, glue them together, hit them with the light, put another petal on, glue it together, hit it with the light. And he made these fucking sick ass flowers, dude. This other chick showed how to do it on a clear sheet of like glass. And then like when you hit it with light and it gets hard and it just peels like right up. And then you have this like hard little fucking sculpture. Dude, this motherfucker had orchids, fucking irises, gardenias. He had a motherfucking bird of paradise flower, dude. I was like, fuck, dude. They look so good too. They're just all in the nails. All the fuck big, chunky, fucking bright ass color enamel. I was like, I'm sold, dude. Sculpturing, fucking enamels, and like all those colors. I'm into it, dude. I'm like, I already looked it up. The material, it's like $10 an ounce for the shit. The UV light is, it's not that much, you know? I mean, you get them from $20 to fucking $200. Like, how good of one do you want? Like, you know? And then you get these. So in the Walmart section for like fucking, I don't know, I want to say between $4 and $7. It could have been as much as maybe 10 or 11. But there's fucking different shapes of those diamonds. There's all these little gold pieces there. You see those like on the end, you see the circles, triangles, squares. They're like little picture frames and there's like little texture on them too, like a little frame. So like you can frame the jewels or like, I don't know, they're just fucking sick, dude. You can layer them up on top of each other. That's what I did for the Labubu grills. But they're the little balls, the little fucking, see those little fucking gold balls? It's crazy, dude. Oh shit, I think they're all stuck. That's the other thing though. Can I do it, dude? Or am I gonna be a fucking disaster? Oh, what? What the fuck? Oh, somehow this one got some nail polish in it. No way, dude. What? Oh, crazy. Dude, look at this. No way, dude. Fuck. Watch. Let me look at this shit, dude. They're all fucking stuck to the fucking thing, dude. Like there's some. I must have got some nail polish in there and fuck. Well, that one's in a. Is a couple, I guess. Fuck. Everything else is cool. See what? It's like all these little like hearts. It's like cool little pieces, dude. Little frames. Hearts, diamonds, squares. Oh, look at that. That says like bow ties, stars, butterflies. Dude, all fucking, dude, just like I did this, this Labubu's, imagine if your nails were like that, dude. Just a mosaic of all these little parts. So I'm gonna try to get in the, see that one, a swirl, a butterfly. Well, it's gotta be. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's all these little shapes, dude. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do it, but it's probably gonna be a fucking disaster. I just gotta focus on sealing right now, because whose fucking nails am I gonna do anyway? You know what I mean? Like, I guess you could just make them and then have them on deck, and then when somebody wants them, you just boom. You know what I mean? Sand down their shit, put on some layers that fucking attach them on there. It's like, bro, I get that's like a good way to meet chicks, really, and the fucking like, that's a good way to entice chicks to come around. Like this motherfucker does free nails just like on some artistic shit, and then like you're sculpting big old fucking flowers and like full on fucking gardens, dude. That's what I want. I want to make the leaves and the vines and the fucking big ass chunky flowers with bright colors. You know what I mean? That shit would fucking be tight, dude. On like a, bro, what about at fucking Halloween time, dude? I want to make like candy corns and fucking like candy, like big chunky pieces of fucking goddamn candy. That'd be bitching, dude. It's worth it to do, right? Just to do it. Like even if you could like just as like anybody, dude. Like here, let me fuck here, put these just to fucking take the picture and like that'd probably be like a hitter channel. Dude, why is my screen flashing? What the fuck is that, you guys? I noticed like, whoa, is it taking pictures or something? Is it screenshotting for the fucking anyway? You guys, I'm gonna take everybody sailing with me. Hopefully tomorrow, but realistically, I got a lot to do, dude. My son goes back to school on Wednesday. So I we should be doing a haircut right now, actually. But I guess we're gonna do that fucking tomorrow. Well, at least I don't have to deliver any cats now. So that's good. Cause that is stressful, dude. Cause you have to pay attention to live animals, man. You have to pay attention to them. You have to keep an eye on them. And it's stressful. It's like one more thing on top of everything you're doing. You make sure they're in the shade. Make sure they're okay. Everything's gooch. It's just like extra responsibility, dude. And I know it to be true because every time they get picked up by their forever home, it's always like a, whew, okay, cool. Now, like, can I go back to my life without having to keep one eye on the fucking, you know what I mean? I'm extremely vulnerable, fucking little baby. I don't have any. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. I have one, and it's a fucking doozy. It's a psychotic disorder. I'll just leave it to you. But I'm not ashamed of saying that because the fact that I've raised a son by myself without a spouse or a job, right, and put him through school. He's starting this Wednesday, his freshman year of high school, right? 10 years old. He's fucking 14. Okay, I've had him for 4 years by myself, and it really showed me what pieces of shit most of the people out there are because especially like single moms. I'm not like talking shit, but well, okay, women don't have the same kind of force that men have. I understand like as a man to be able to go out and like make a living, that is hard because women can't lift as much, they can't produce as much. I get it. People don't like, well, women do have more trust though. I notice this when it comes to like dealing with money and finances and financial responsibility, women are trusted a lot more than men. And they also find women to be much more uh, loyal employees in terms of like length of employment than men also. So, but I'm just saying for me, I see how full of shit most people are because they don't take care of their kids or they don't take care of their kids at the level that the kids deserve to be taken care of. And definitely what is required to make a healthy, well-rounded person. And discipline and like heavy lifting is definitely one of those things. And like if you don't do it, I've noticed that it does spoil the child. And if you allow children to run their shit on you, first of all, human beings are manipulative in nature. I notice that children will do that. They will absolutely, from a very early age, start manipulating you by using feelings and that, like fit pitching stuff. And I've learned that if you don't give into it, they will cry themselves to sleep or cry themselves into fucking exhaustion, and eventually, not sometimes 100% of the time, they will eventually stop, come around, and not just get back in the line where they fucking left off, but come directly to you to make sure that you're still accepting and you're still there for them every time. And when you let them know, yes, I'm still here, but no, you're not getting what you wanted, my offer fucking stands firmly, they, that's it. And that's it. And it's nipped in the bud right then and there. You never have to go through that again because they know, right? But I've seen people be driven and manipulated by the children into really bad decisions and horror shows because the parents just don't want, they can't fucking like not give in to that manipulation and fit pitching, dude. Right? And it sucks to have to be the authority figure, but that's what you have to be. You have to be an authority figure. You're not their fucking friend. And by having, like, yes, yes, that's what keeps you on the straight and narrow. That's what keeps you doing this stuff is fear. If you weren't afraid to fucking suffer the consequences to things, you would fucking do fucked up shit. The only reason you don't do it is not because you're a good person, because you're not, dude. None of us are. Most people are even worse than others. But we're all selfish at our fucking core. We're all manipulative, and we're all going to do what's in our best interest, regardless of what it is to somebody else. A lot, 9 times out of 10, knowing it's going to be a negative consequence on somebody else, and you're going to fucking still do it anyway because you want what the fuck you want. And that's facts, dude. And so the only reason you stand up to your responsibilities and do what you're supposed to do and are a quote unquote good person, right? Which is a load of shit, but okay, is because you don't want to pay those negative consequences. Like, what if you don't work, you're fucking homeless, right? You know what I mean? If you don't pay your bills, you start to lose things. If you don't eat, you fucking die. So, you know, most people do what they need to do. And I see a lot of people because they don't want to fucking, or it's because you had that authority figure in your life. If you were just left to run wild or you were abused or neglected, you wouldn't be like doing the right things. You would be like, I don't know, doing like me, No, that's just a joke. Doing like what you think is me is more like it because we all have preconceived ideas. Usually the person that's not trying to fucking like deceive you, you know what I mean? Like they wear their heart on their sleeves, with long hair and tattoos. Usually those people are, especially law enforcement, long time, lengthy law enforcement guys will tell you those people that wear their heart on their sleeves are usually not up to no good. It's the fucking dude with the short hair, high and tight, and the fucking business suit that has the most to fucking hide. Or he wouldn't be high and tight with a fucking business suit on. Because that's not comfortable, dude. It's not practical. But you're doing it because it's what you have fit into a certain preconceived notion that you're trying to project onto others and you're trying to manifest for yourself, right? And the only reason you're doing that is because you had an authority figure in your life that told you, don't do this, do that, motherfucker, fucking sit that ass in the fucking corner, or motherfucker, drop them bridges, I'm gonna fucking give you a fucking slapping. You know what I mean? Like the form of a fucking spanking or a fucking switch. Like, yeah, those are a little extreme. I've never had to do that with my son. But usually he could tell the seriousness in this person that he looks up to. And answers to. And he doesn't want to disappoint that person. And fucking that authority translates into an idea and a concept of God or a higher power or a society that you're a part of, right? You don't want to let down society. You don't want people to fucking, come with the pitchforks and the fucking torches like Dr. Frankenstein. There's no law, there's no force of nature that's making you comply with that. You do it because you had an authority figure in your life, in the form of a parent. Do you understand? That's why when you watch Soft White Underbelly or any type of criminal behavior, those people usually did not have that, or that person that was supposed to be that role in their life ended up doing something really weird and chaotically evil in place of where they should have been fucking, standing fast for that kid, right? Because if you stand fast for them, dude, if you defend them, if you provide for them, if you nurture their fucking their interest, they will want to do the right thing. They won't want to fucking disappoint you. They'll be, you know, their worst fit that they pitch will always come around to, you still love me, right? Like, because, and that's what you want. That's how you do it, dude. So, and I found that to be fucking come back, dude, to bless me when that kid was there to take the fucking rudder, dude, while I fixed the sale. Just awesome, man. After having a conversation about fuck it, dad, let's just sell it, take the fucking $750 that we were offered, and it's not for us, dude. Now he's like kind of pumped on it. But also, when I seen that expert dude, that guy that came in with his wife and kid, as soon as they hit the fucking dock, dude, the kid jumped off and goes, "Woo! Thank God, I survived another one." And then me and Alex both looked at each other like, "Oh, okay, it's not just you. I guess it's a dad thing. You get fucking like taken over by the new hobby." I just keep that in mind when I like pull the brakes a little bit, which I did. I did. I would have fucking did the boat more. I got to do the registration now, so it hasn't been registered for 2 years. So they're gonna get me. It's $27 a year. So I'm gonna probably have to end up getting paying 2 years. Never know. I might get surprised. Like they might have fucking paid it. I don't know. I tried to pay it online. There was something I wasn't doing right, so I'm just gonna have to fucking go in there, which is fine. You know what I mean? I'll wait 45 minutes and I don't have to worry. I could just take my shit out because I want to sail as much as possible. The goal is to at least within a year go out to the open ocean, But I would do that right now. I'm not worried. Like just like I fucking got a boat for free, dude. I'm not afraid to fucking lose the boat for free. You know what I mean? Like easy come, easy go. I don't want to, but I'm not gonna let that fucking fear hold me back. But my life, I don't want to lose. So I know how serious nature is. Being a lifelong surfer, I know how serious the fucking ocean is, and I want to get the vessel assist. You know what I mean? I just want like I don't even have to have a good radio as long as, but that's probably a good idea, right? And then it's not expensive, but at least have something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sure in talking to people, you might find out that you get cell phone service like 100 miles out. You know what I mean? So you might not even need any of that shit anymore. I find it hard to believe that if I don't stick close to the shore, dude, if that boat fucking exploded, that I couldn't fucking like swim ashore with a safety vest on. Like, you know what I mean? I've lost my surfboard at some surf spots when it was like triple overhead and the fucking surf spot is a half a mile out. And I got in and got to my board. That motherfucker went all the goddamn way in. Like I've had that happen several times. But then again, well, like I went fucking snorkeling right out here in front of my house on the beach and almost goddamn died last year. But that was just because a swell came out, the tide came in, so I was in deeper water further out unexpectedly in a quick amount of time as a fucking swell came in. So it made it like you had to exert yourself just to try to stay in one spot, and it fucking sucked me out far away. And I had to exert myself a lot just to stay in one spot. And I was using the fucking mask. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but there's these like US diver makes them. It's a full face mask, and the snorkel comes out of the top like a unicorn, and you don't have to clear it. It's got like these beads in there, like in a staggered like staircase formation. It's kind of cool actually. So like water can't come down and it'll close, but then when you breathe out or breathe in, it fucking allows for the passage. I don't know, it's just cool, except it doesn't breathe freely like you're doing now. Like there's a little bit of a delay and a little bit of resistance because you got all that fucking apparatus. And I, because of the surge and the exertion, I was like having a heavy breathing, dude. And like the demand was high, and the motherfucking mask and the snorkel was not performing. And unfortunately, with that whole fucking enclosed apparatus, you can't just like take one thing off. You got to take the whole fucking thing. And as soon as I did that, there was no putting it back on. So now I have to tread water. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a fucking snorkel and I can't get it back on. And it was just like fucking horrible, dude. And I got gassed, dude. That never happened to me before. Where I fucking got gassed. And that was it, dude. I had no more and I was gassed. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking die, dude. I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna drown. I have to just, like, I'm done, dude. I have nothing. And like, I have like one of those long ass second toes, you know, like those Michelangelo toes that are like, it's like sticks out further than your big toe. It's like a hella long, like ET's, but it's a fucking my toe. Thank God. Because I felt that motherfucker barely fucking scratching the fucking sand. And I was like, oh shit, I could barely. And I looked back and there was a wave coming, but it wasn't going to break, dude. I wasn't in a position. So, but I started moving in that direction and it kind of broke enough to push me, roll me forward a little bit. And when I came up from that, I could fucking put my whole foot on the ground, or I could like get all five toes in and fucking scrape sand. I was like, oh, so I was able to like scooch in a little. But I remember, dude, like as it was surging out, it was like pulling me back out again. I was like, fuck, dude. And I was gassed, dude. And I saw another wave coming, right? Because I'm like, it's surging. That's a wave. I look and I'm like, oh. And I was even more in a position. Now, this one was fitting to break on me. Almost. I kind of had to get in a position more, but then I was like the surfing fucking experience took over, and I'm like, dude, get in a position. This will roll you like another couple feet. You could already almost touch, and sure enough, it broke right on me, and I just like let myself totally go, dude. Roll in like a rag doll as far as humanly possible. And when I came up, I was like, a nice fucking chesty, dude. No, whoa, I could fucking stop, dude, for the first time. Like I was like constantly swimming for like 20 minutes just to keep from being sucked out. Well, I wouldn't be able to do nothing, dude. No life vest, fucking dick, Ola. I was just out there fucking tooling through the goddamn seagrass and shit, looking at fucking creatures and bullshit. Not bullshit, like fun. I lost track, dude. I got fucking put out there. But anyway, I was so grateful, dude, because I was fucking done. I think I sat there in fucking chesty for a long time. I told myself, just maintain the spot. If you start to lose any ground, you can keep going. But right now, just catch your breath, dude. And remember, the fucking waves came in and they like come up to here. But I was still cool. I was like, oh, cool, man. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And then it went down. And I was like, oh, I could just, like, my mind could rest. Like, I'm good, dude. I'm cool. And then I got my breath a minute or two, and I was like, let's fucking go in a little more, man. Another fucking whitewash was coming, and I just fucking went with it. dude, when I was in waist deep, I was like, thank you, God, dude. And I noticed my neighbor, who is a water experienced waterman, like he was in the fucking rowboat team in Hawaii and shit. He was kind of like, I could see him up on his balcony where he was like, you know what I mean? He's like trying to pretend like he was fucking feather dusting, dude. But I could tell, bro. And I was like, did you see that, bro? Like, fuck. He's like, what? What happened? I'm like, fuck. If you don't knock it off, bro. I'm like, and he's like, what? I didn't see anything. And I'm like, bro, no, you were watching out of one eye, and I'm grateful, dude. I hope you were like, you never know. Maybe he was like saying, look, what? Because he knew like this nigga's gonna die. I ain't gonna do shit. Fuck him. But nobody, who would say that? It was just right there, dude. I was like, I already gotten to the fucking safety zone, but it almost killed me just to get to the fucking safety zone, dude. It was fucking gnarly. And you know what? I'll tell you the truth. Besides of that sailboat, I haven't been in the water, dude. I was like, fuck it. Why? Why? Like we almost got the sponges and went the other day because it was like really steep and jacked up, so it's good for boogie boards. You know, my son's into it. We had like fun one time. When we broke one of the fucking boogie boards though, it fucking tacoed, dude. And once they start doing that, they're fucked. So I gotta get another couple of boogie boards, but he wants a full suit, so I'm gonna get him a fully, dude, because we're gonna need it on the sailboat. Dude, if everything goes well, we're gonna be sailing like a motherfucker. The winter storms come, like it's empty, it's winter time, it's fucking ghost town out there, but the winds are blowing, you got the fucking bitching weather, like bro, I'm looking forward. This has been an epic summer so far. I was given this sailboat, we fucking learned how to sail, right? I fucking not only touched a rattlesnake with my bare hands for the first time, but I fucking picked it up, dude, and was fucking holding it, dancing around with it and shit. That video is like the tail end of like an hour that I spent with that fucking rattlesnake, dude. Right? That's that secret spot that they talk about. That's why I didn't have on fucking video. And yeah, yeah, this has been fucking epic, dude. And my son's starting fucking high school. Just getting him registered in high school was a fucking task, bro. They have their website. Look, now the school makes you register the kids to school. It's like everything else. Like we don't do shit anymore. You have to go on the website and do all the work, just like at the grocery store. You know what I mean? With like you checking yourself out. Like it's like everything else. Like you have to do the work now. Like we're still gonna collect the full amount of money and get paid for our job, but we're not gonna do it. We're gonna make you do it, and then talk to you like a fucking idiot or something's wrong with you because you can't figure out this completely complexly fucked up website because it's not user friendly because it doesn't have to be. You're going to use whatever the fuck they give you because fuck you. And whoever got that contract, that's a scheming, conniving fucking pile of shit too. And like the whole thing is just like, what? We don't need to be doing any of this. But it's one of you motherfucking administrators conned your way into everybody doing this because you're going to fucking get paid for it or you're going to make the fucking website or some shit. It's crazy, dude. But so fucking difficult, bro. And I was feeling like, oh, maybe I'm just, it's true what they say, I'm mentally ill or I'm retarded. Like, fuck. And then I'm like, come into the thing to ask a question. There's a line of fucking 20 parents. And I'm like, oh no. And it's not like anybody young, it's a generational thing. We're like older generation. We don't get it as good. It's not fucking second nature. Fuck, dude. I went to the. Oh my god. I fucking. They were like made me very nice. God bless them, dude. The administrators, the secretary at the school, they made me a very detailed 4-page printout. Plus, put sticky tab notes as instructions of stuff I would have never figured out. They're like, go to tabs and then go to fucking internet tools under tabs. I'm like, I would have never done it. Any of that, dude. Anyway, dude, all that fucking help, and I still had a hard time, dude. And you couldn't do it on the phone. They're like, you have to go to a fucking hardwired internet site, otherwise the fucking website's like crashing out. I'm like, but I think I think there. I don't know. I don't, it seemed like I didn't have a problem on my phone. It was me that was crashing out, and I figured out what I was doing wrong, and it fucking worked, dude. And I got him registered. I was like, oh my god. We both felt like, whew, we accomplished something. Just getting him registered in school because of this fucking website. You have to do it yourself. The self checkout type scenario. Self checkout type scenario. Registering a kid in school. It's crazy, dude. I think the DMV is doing it too. I seen the last time I was at the DMV. It said if you're coming here for this, or that, don't come here anymore because you can't do it. Do it online. That was like, fuck. There's always one little thing that you're not doing right that fucking like, I don't know. Anyway, you guys subscribe, hit the no-toe bar because we're gonna go sailing probably tomorrow, and I'm gonna fucking have the camera up the whole time. I'm gonna have do better footage, and I think we're gonna go out into the bay because I got it now, dude, and I could get in and out. You know what I mean? It has like fucking oars with these big brass fittings that pins that you put in the fucking thing, and then it's like the pin is connected to this round fucking brass thing that the oar goes inside of. So you can't drop them. You don't have to fucking like rest them in like it holds them there perfectly. All you have to do is you know what I mean? But you got to make sure they're like this and not tilting, and then you got to like get a good fucking rhythm going, and you got to fucking dig hard, dude. And if you slip miss one, it's like fuck. You got to like be consistently bah to get through the fucking channel or against the fucking current, or if the surge is like the surge is a motherfucker, right? Come on, man. Anybody that surfs knows that, dude. Like a surge could push you one way, you could end up a half a mile down the beach, just off of one fucking sesh, or paddle out. You're fucked by the time you get out past the breakers. You're half a mile down that way because of the fucking surge, and in the boat, it's like times 10. But I don't know. It seems like the wind is going one way and the surge is going the other way. Or if you wait until the fucking tide is going in or out, particularly out if you're in San Diego Bay, South Bay, and then the surge is going one way, west, and the fucking wind is going east. So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's better. I'm gonna, if, hey, you guys got them, smoke them. No, 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 like right now. After a fucking hour and 53-minute long ear beating like that, you earned your fucking smoke. You can look at my nice buffalo robe that the moths are eating. I learned how to say moth in Spanish today. Man, I already forgot. I Googled it so I can complain about to my Spanish friends how the moths are eating my fucking furs and cloths, dude, for cloth. Now, are they making Gucci moth eaten fucking shit? And it's like worth even more because it's like ripped jeans. I guess, but it's like, what about you, the thing is, you can't control where the moths fucking bite, dude. You know what I mean? Like I had them take out both cheeks on a fucking pair of jeans. It's like and that turned a pair of nice Levi's into a pair of assless chaps. Nobody wants that in their life. Fucking this is from some fucking Texas super moth, dude. This big old fucking spot here. These little tubular moths out here, they'll do this. They'll get the fucking a little bit of hair off. They'll make a scuff like that. I can live with that. I'm not tripping. That is like, God damn, motherfucker. Shit. But I never been to Texas. That's just where these buffalo hides came from. So I'm just, and that's probably why they were like more affordable because the goddamn moths were eating them. And fucking, anyway. But yeah, they're fucking, that is not how my fucking, they fucking ate a pair of pants and made them into a pair of assless chaps. Dude, I'm gonna pee my pants. I gotta cut off, you guys. You don't have to go home, but you do have to stay fucking golden. Showers.